I'm H-A-P-P-Y. I'm H-A-P-P-Y. I know I am, I'm sure I am. I'm H-A-P-P-Y.
I know I am, I'm sure I am. He's H-A-P-P-Y.
It was Christmas Day in the workhouse. The snow was falling fast. When up spake Royston Figgis, "You can keep your Christmas pudding and shove it up your..."
That'll do, Roy. It's Christmas.
Oh, no, it's Christmas.
We've got to make the best of it, Roy.
So they keep telling me. It's all right for them. Edie's gone to her sister's. The neighbour's got the goldfish, the dogs in the kennels, and I'm in here. Look at it. Bleeding cheerless.
Well, that's because we haven't decorated. It'll look different when we put up a few decorations.
Not to me, it won't. It'll take more than a few bits of holly to change this place. It's still an institution, Norman. A parish workhouse with fitted carpets.
Oh, stop moaning, Figgis. It's Christmas Eve. Peace on earth and goodwill towards all men. It's a time for celebration.
What have we got to celebrate? Stuck in here with nothing to look forward to except hot mince pie and an early night. Let's face it, everybody's forgotten us.
Oh, I don't know about that, Roy. People's thoughts always turn to patients in hospital at Christmas time. I bet there are a lot of people thinking about us.
Are there really?
All right, so we're in hospital, but it's not all gloom and despondency. Outside, people are laughing and singing and greeting old friends and having a wonderful Christmas.
Who? With the state the country's in at the moment, who's got anything to be cheerful about?
Well, there's Edie for a start. She must be glad to see the back of you. I bet you're always a misery guts at Christmas.
Just because I don't believe in all this false sentiment and hypocrisy that goes on.
I'm not a hypocrite, Figgis. I happen to enjoy Christmas. Carols singing, church bells, midnight mass. It's a profound spiritual experience for me.
Do me a favour. The only spiritual experience you'll get tonight's out of a bottle.
Oh, shut up, Fig, and give us a hand with this, Holly.
Not me, mate. You know what you're celebrating there, don't you?
What?
The Feast of the Norsemen. When the fjords were frozen over and they couldn't get out for a bit of raping and pillaging, they used to sit in the great hall surrounded by greenery and carouse until spring.
Well, I rather like being surrounded by greenery, Figgis. Put some of that mistletoe over my bed, would you, Norman?
Yes, that's where you differ from the Norsemen, Archie. They used to give it a rest over Christmas.
There's nothing wrong with a kiss under the mistletoe, Figgis.
No, not if you're a druid.
Oh, my God, I'm a druid.
Mistletoe was highly prized by the druids. That's why it's not allowed in church. Mind you, to fetch a few bob down in Stonehenge. You see, a kiss under the mistletoe is an old pagan fertility rite.
Well, I'm very glad to hear it, Figgis, because when the night nurse comes on duty, I'm going to get her under the mistletoe and give her a great big juicy kiss.
You won't do that, Archie.
Oh, yes, I will.
Oh, no, you won't.
Oh, yes, I will.
Oh, no, you won't.
Why not?
Because it's Gupta.
Gupta? But he's not on duty.
He made a swap. He doesn't celebrate Christmas.
Is it against his religious principles?
No, he's too bloody miserable.
Oh, never mind. I've made certain contingency plans.
What contingency plans?
I've made an arrangement with the nurses. They're coming on the ward later.
They always say that. They won't come in here.
Well, they went on to orthopedic last night. They say there was quite an orgy.
An orgy? How could there have been an orgy? They're all encased in plaster. There's one in there covered from head to toe.
Yes, I know. They say he was the worst.
Blimey. Talk about mind over matter. Are you sure they're coming in here?
Yes, Roy. They promised.
Well, that puts a different complexion on things. I think I'll have a wash and brush up. Christmas is getting better all the time.
I didn't know you'd asked the nurses in, Archie. I thought we were going to play Escape from Colditz tonight.
Yes, well, I thought this would be a little bit more interesting than Escape from Colditz, Norman. Not quite as good as Monopoly, but you can't have everything.
But I was looking forward to a traditional Christmas, games and carols and... Should we have stockings?
What's the point? We've got nothing to put in them except feet.
No. Mother's given me money this year, but it's not the same. This will be my first Christmas without a well-filled stocking.
And mine, Norman. Still, I hope to rectify that later.
That's the spirit, Archie. Now, where's my aftershave?
But you won't get away with it. What about Mr. Thorpe?
Oh, don't worry about him. He's probably blind drunk somewhere under an operating table. Oh, hello, Doctor. Just talking about you. Compliments of the season.
And the same to you, Figgis. I had hoped you'd be home for the festivities, but you can't have everything. Not even at Christmas. Apparently your nearest and dearest went away without leaving a forwarding address, so it appears we're stuck with you. Now, I'd like to say there'll be no bacchanalian orgies in here, and that goes for all of you. You're going to have a quiet Christmas. Even I have to call in the anaesthetist. Any unruly behavior, and I'll be down on you like a ton of bricks. Is that clear?
Now, wait a minute, Doctor. What about the Christmas spirit?
Don't worry, Figures. There'll be plenty of that tomorrow. You'll all have a glass of sherry in the morning, and I shall be carving the turkey.
Oh, good. Put me down for a chunk.
Chunk.
I hope the festivities aren't going to start too early, Mr. Thorpe. You see, I find all this excitement rather taxing, and I'll probably want to rest in the morning.
Don't worry, Glover. I'll see you at an early night. Actually, there's someone coming into the ward who's rather quiet, so we won't be wanting too much noise.
What?
Yes, Gupta will bring him along in a moment. I hope you don't mind. He was alone, so I thought I'd put him in with you three. After all, it is Christmas. Good night, gentlemen.
Did you hear that? We've been nobbled, Archie.
Really underhand tricks.
But it's Christmas. We can't let the poor chap spend it on his own.
That's not the point. He's putting someone in here to keep an eye on us. What we'll have in that bed, mate, is a doctor's narc.
Well, I've made my arrangements, and if this character doesn't like it, he knows what he can do. I mean, he'd better be broad-minded. I mean, he'd better like women, and there's going to be lots of action, so I just hope that he's up to it.
This is Danny. He's come to spend Christmas with you.
Then, later tonight, who's going to come from the land of ice and snow where the reindeers live? Father Christmas! Do you believe in Father Christmas, Danny? I know I jolly well do. Some boys say it's parents. Do you believe it's parents? No, it's Father Christmas and his reindeer. Should I tell you a story about one of the reindeer, one called Rudolph? Now, there was something wrong with Rudolph. Do you know what it was?
He was an alcoholic.
He had a very red nose.
What'd I tell you?
And he was quite ashamed of his red nose, and when Santa called him, he'd go and hide in the forest. Who wants me with my big red nose, he'd say.
My father was like that. When he didn't go into the forest, he used to go in the front room with a bottle of whiskey. Who wants me with my big red nose, he used to say.
Shut up, Fig. I thought I was getting a reaction then.
You won't get any reaction, not like that. No one believes in Father Christmas anymore. They all know it's exploitation.
Children don't look at it like that.
That's if he is a child. I think he's a circus dwarf, sent in by Thorpe to keep an eye on us.
We should stop talking about him like that.
Well, I've been down to the children's ward. Down there, they're all laughing and having fun. Why isn't he with them? I'll tell you why. Because he puts the mockers on everything, and that's what he's going to do in here.
You mean you don't want him in here?
No, I don't.
I see, Archie. You mean there's no room at the inn?
What's that supposed to mean?
Only that he wouldn't be the first person to be turned away on Christmas Eve. But don't you realize this is a wonderful opportunity? This is our chance to see the magic of Christmas through the eyes of a small boy.
Do me a favour, Norman. There's no magic in it for him. Have you seen any presents? I haven't. You're just building up his hopes, that's all. I know what that's like. The only thing I ever got in my stocking was an orange and a sugar mouse.
Oh, come on, Figgis. You must have had proper presents. Everyone does.
No, we never had presents. All I ever had at Christmas, if I was lucky, was a run behind someone else's new fairy cycle. And I'll tell you this, Cluffer. The bloke riding it always looked something like you.
Well, we always had a superb Christmas.
Oh, I'm sure it was all merriment and laughter down at Digney Dell.
There'd be a fire in the large drawing room, and Mummy would be standing there in a long, shimmering dress.
Yes. Heating up the pennies for the carol singers. While Father had his last cigar before taking a whip to the scullery boy.
Now, wait a minute, Figgis. It isn't as if I've got anything against children. Of course I haven't. I like children. It's just that I think he ought to be on the children's ward.
I don't suppose it's occurred to you, Archie, that he may have been put in here because they think we're the only people in the hospital who might get some reaction from him. Do you realise that he's never spoken since he came in here? That he's had to stay in for Christmas because his parents are abroad? That no one's managed to get a smile from him since he arrived? But I suppose that's too much for us to do, isn't it? We are too busy. We haven't got the time.
Well, I didn't know all that.
Neither did I. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Well, it's obvious why they put him in here. They knew old Figgis would get him laughing.
I don't see why. I've been in hospital with you for some time, and you've never made me laugh. Old Figgis.
Oh, yes, and I suppose you know all about children.
As a matter of fact, I'm very good with children. I was a favourite uncle. I could always make them laugh.
How?
Well, before my illness, I used to stand on my hands.
I don't suppose you could help it, not with arms that length. You leave this to me. I'll put him at his ease. Hello, old son. Not much fun in here, is it, eh? Still, no reason why you should be on your own. What do I think I'm doing, eh? Oh, we can't get you into bad habits, can we? Perhaps you'd like a game of Escape from Colditz later, eh? It's a great game. Not that we actually play it, but we have a lively 2 hours arguing about the rules. Oh, there's lots to do in here, Danny. For instance, we could run through geriatrics, shouting anyone for press-ups. Or if you like, we could go down to Casualty. There's usually a good fight in Casualty Christmas Eve. Or if you want some real excitement, how about bursting into orthopedic shouting, let's all get plastered? I don't think I'm getting anywhere. Do you like it? It's a present from the wife. Do you like to hold it? Then I think we're getting somewhere.
Do you think you should have done that, Fig?
It's the only thing he's shown any interest in.
But is it safe?
Ah, it'll be all right. Don't worry. I'll get it back off him when he's asleep. You're forgetting. I understand children. I've got 4 of my own.
Yes, you must have been under the mistletoe a few times, Figgis.
Figgis, I hope you're keeping an eye on Danny. We had a particular reason for bringing him in here.
It's all right, Gupta. You don't have to explain. We understand. You thought he needed a bit of warmth and compassion. Someone to cheer him up.
Not exactly, Figgis. You see, he's been in trouble with the police. We have to keep an eye on him.
In trouble with the police? He doesn't look old enough. What's he been doing?
Starting fires.
Sure I am. I'm H-A-P-P-Y. I know I am, I'm sure I am. H-A-P-P-Y.
What do you think you're doing?
I'm arresting you.
You can't arrest me. I'm in the chapel.
I can search the chapel. I've got a search card.
Well, I've got an advance warning card. I'm going down the
You
tunnel.
can't go down the tunnel. You haven't got a tunnel card. Say your prayers, Englishman.
All right, I'll bribe you. I've got a bribe card, a packet of gold flakes.
I don't smoke. I'm sending you to solitary.
All right, send me to solitary. Be relieved from this place.
Thing is, when are you going to get that lighter back?
When he's asleep.
Why don't you just ask him for it?
Because that's what's happened to him all his life, Archie. Things have been given to him with one hand and taken away with the other. I just can't do it.
Meanwhile, we just go up in flames, I suppose. I always knew that he was a delinquent, you know. Well, you can tell just by looking at him. His eyes are set too close together.
He is not a delinquent. Do you know why he's been starting these fires? Because his parents have gone away. He misses them. He's trying to get their attention.
Thing is, his parents are in the Middle East. They won't be able to see the blaze from there.
I know they're in the Middle East, but he thinks they've abandoned him. He just wants a bit of love. I'm gonna squeeze, that's all.
You can count me out.
What have you got there?
It's the Father Christmas outfit they use on the children's ward. I thought if Father Christmas was to come to his bedside, we might get a response.
It won't work. You haven't got the face for it. You're too young. Besides, he's got to be kind and benevolent and go, ho, ho, ho. You'd never get away with it.
I wasn't thinking of me, Fig.
What are you staring at? Oh, no, not me. Over my dead body.
Are you ready yet?
Just a minute.
Well, come along, Figgies, hurry up.
I'm not coming out if you're going to laugh.
We won't laugh.
Is he asleep?
Yes. Now, are you coming out?
If I come out and you laugh, I'm packing the whole thing in.
We won't laugh.
Right. I'm coming out. I'm coming out. Now. Unusual laugh. Oh.
You haven't stuck it on, have you?
Well, of course I've stuck it on.
You were supposed to hook it over your ears.
I don't want him pulling it off. This'll take some shifting, I can tell you.
Oh, this is very firm, isn't it, Norman? Yes, it could be real.
Oh, what? All right, that's enough. You're bringing the tears to my eyes. Come on, let's get on with it.
Just a minute, we haven't got any presents.
Presents? Oh, I forgot all about presents.
Oh, that's great, isn't it? Father Christmas rolling up without any presents. Haven't we got anything we can give him?
I've got some aftershave.
Archie, he's 8 years old. What's he going to do with aftershave? Haven't you got anything more suitable?
I've got my teddy bear, but the stuffing is coming out.
I've got an old woolly scarf somewhere.
An old woolly scarf and a teddy bear with a stuffing coming out. Blimey, I'm supposed to be from the North Pole, not Oxfam.
What are we going to do?
Well, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going down to the children's ward and nick some presents from under the tree.
Could I just point out that Father Christmas is supposed to leave presents, not take them away with him?
Well, I just take a few stocking fillers, that's all. After all, it's in a good cause. I'm taking from the rich and giving to the poor, and no one will suspect I've got the perfect disguise.
Oh, yes, after all, you expect to see Father Christmas roaming around on Christmas Eve. I don't suppose they'll give you a second glance.
But supposing you bump into the nurses?
Oh, you've got a point there, Archie. Pass me that mistletoe.
Well, what do you think, Gupta? Huh?
It's incredible, Mr. Thorpe. What a transformation. You look the picture of kindness and benevolence. No one would know you.
I must say I look forward to this every year. It's become quite a tradition. I'm not a sentimental man, Gupta, but when I see those young faces light up, it gets me right where I live. What about the fit?
Fits perfectly, Mr. Thorpe.
And I hope you're right. I don't know what happened to the original suit. You can't leave anything lying around in this hospital. It was probably lifted by someone from the round table. Always trying to get in here. But there's more to Father Christmas than a beard and a tunic. It's what lies underneath that counts, and that's where I've got the edge.
Yes. I wish I could be there to see you, you know.
So do I, Gupta. When I go into the children's ward, the lights go up. Gasps of astonishment, carols, kindly old Father Christmas pool this way and that. It's the highlight of my year. I just wish I could find the old suit. I think the last chap died in this.
Oh, hello.
What you putting in that sack, mister?
Mister? Don't you know who I am? I'm Father Christmas. I bet you didn't expect to see me.
We didn't expect to see you whipping the presents. I thought you were supposed to leave them. Perhaps even you. He's a crook.
No, I'm not. I'm Father Christmas. You should be filled with wonder.
Why? You're the third one today.
I'm the real Father Christmas. I come from the land of ice and snow.
No, he's not. He's from the perishing Rotary.
Look, children, let me explain this. There's been a bit of a cock-up in Toyland this year, and some of the children have had to go without. Now, you wouldn't want that, would you? I mean, Christmas is about giving, not taking.
Look who's talking. You're the one who's doing the taking.
Wouldn't you like to give one of your toys to a poor little boy who hasn't got any?
No, I wouldn't.
I'd like a clip round the ear.
It wouldn't hurt to give one present. Yeah, it's either that or watching the flipping tree all night.
That's a spirit, lads. Shh, what's that I hear? Back to bed, children. I think it's my reindeer. They're getting restless. They're pawing the air. And we must be back in Greenland by the morrow. Farewell, children.
Oh, look, it's Father Christmas. It's Father Christmas. How lovely. I know who you really are, and you promised me a kiss, remember? You get better every year.
Ho, ho, ho.
Now, don't forget, my room later, Mr. Thorpe. 7.
Right. I'll be along to pop something into your stocking a little later.
Let me kiss Father Christmas.
Oh, all right, one at a time. There's plenty to go around. I don't have to be back with the fairies until dawn.
Hello, everyone!
Anyone else? Anyone else want kissing? I don't want to disappoint.
Who the devil are you?
Oh, I'm glad you've come. Take over, will you? I'm afraid I'll have to leave you with my assistant now. Excuse me.
Ah, Mr. Thorpe, did it all go well?
Oh, yes, Gupta. The wonder in those eyes. I'm not a man easily moved, but I must confess I was quite overcome. You must excuse me. Oh, by the way, Gupta, there's someone going round the hospital posing as Father Christmas. Keep an eye out for him. Some people will do anything for a bed for the night. He's gone in America.
Ah, there you are. Have you seen someone dressed as Father Christmas?
Don't you try that black on me, my friend.
Then go, you fool!
I've never seen such a lamentable looking Father Christmas in my life.
Mr. Thorpe.
Oh, come on, play your do-or-die card, Norman. Get on with it.
No, I've changed my mind. I'm going back into the courtyard. The escape bid is off.
Don't be ridiculous. I've got you pinpointed in the searchlight and in possession of wire cutters and a rope. If you don't make your escape bid, I'm going to shoot you.
You can't. Not on Christmas Eve.
There's nothing in the rules about Christmas Eve.
I wonder what happened to Fig.
He's probably gone under the wire.
What was that? Do I hear bells? Was that the sound of hooves over the rooftops?
Norman, you've been saying that for the last half hour. He's not going to come.
He is. Father Christmas won't let us down.
He's coming! I can hear him! It's Father Christmas!
Whatever's the matter, Figures?
I've been rumbled, Archie. If anybody asks, I've been in all night.
Has anyone been out of this ward this evening?
No, Oberstern Barnfielder. Sorry, Mr. Thorpe. A slip of the tongue.
What about you, Figures?
He's been asleep all the time, sir.
Has he indeed? Good heavens, Figures, what a sudden growth of beard. Quite remarkable. Is this due to some violent change in your metabolism?
I don't know, Doctor.
And prematurely white. You must have suffered a great deal.
Yes, well, I have been feeling a little strange all day. Perhaps I should start shaving before I retire.
No, I don't think so. I think I can remove that for you, Figures.
Shut up, Figures.
It's all right for you. He's taken my skin off. I'm in agony.
What was that?
What?
I heard something.
Wasn't the sound of a cigarette lighter, was it?
No, it was outside. Perhaps it was Father Christmas.
Oh, don't start that again, Norman.
Old Father Christmas is passing by. His cheeks all ruddy, he's bright of eye. His beard is white with the snow of cane. He comes down the chimney at midnight, Jay.
Very convincing, isn't he?
Hello, Danny. I've been looking for you everywhere. I come from the land of ice and snow, where all the elves have been working all year with their little hammers, making presents for little boys like you. Now, I'm going to put them at the end of your bed, but I don't want you to open them until the morning. What do you say? What about a kiss for Santa? I don't think I'm having any effect.
Mr. Thorpe?
Yes,
Your beard's on fire.
What? Maynard! Do something, someone!
He's laughing.
You got through there, Mr. Thorpe!
To save us all from Satan's storm, and we have gone astray. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy. Now to the Lord sing praises, for you live in this place, and live to